When you have someone who has an NFL background like that and coach at the highest level and then an NFL head coach, it's really awesome for our development as players. We want to go to the next level, so it's really cool to have him in our
Do you expect to be under center more this year? I know you're going to be doing a shotgun a lot. Do you expect to be more under center more than last year, maybe?
Yeah, I think we have variability and we're able to do both, and it's always good when you can mix it up on teams. Really talented receiver, a lot of speed, very smart player, knows where he's going, is in the right spot. And a guy who's willing to go block for us and go do the dirty work and make plays. So he's done some good things.
He put on a show yesterday. How common has that been since he's been here?
Yeah, I think he's done good things. Since he's been here. He's a hard worker. He's somebody who a lot of players notice in the weight room. He's a guy who gets after it and is about the team, and the team is first with him. So he's somebody we're lucky to have on offense. Yeah, I'm about 215 now, so a little bit heavier than last year, and it was very helpful in the off season. Coach Mick pushed me pretty hard, and I think the extra weight has helped me in throwing the ball and running the ball.
Julian, you probably when you hear that, what do you think?
It's pretty cool to hear that. Jeremiah's a pretty tough guy too.
Oh, you said Morati said it.
I know. It's cool coming from Coach Mick, but that's just the culture that we have here. It's about fighting to be the best version of yourself, and how tough can we be?
How good or how different do you feel this year in camp than last year?
Yeah, I think having the year of experience is definitely something that helps, and then just being able to kind of improve my my physical traits the off season helps. So yeah, you always kind of look for, as a quarterback, you kind of look for who can we go after, and our secondary, there's not many guys that you can pick out that like, oh, that's the guy we want to go after. So it definitely makes it tough on our offense, but like Coach Day always says, it's iron sharpens iron, and we play against a great defense, and it prepares us for Saturdays. Yeah, just how can we improve our timing and get on the same page on everything, and a lot of that work was done in the off season, and communication is the best thing for our offense, and how can we get to the point where we know what each other is thinking, and being able to take the points from Coach Day, obviously an elite developer of quarterbacks, and somebody who knows the pass game really well, and is somebody who gives us great points. So me and Jeremiah always come together and kind of talk through whether it's a certain route or a certain coverage. What can we do to beat this? Yeah, it's been fun. Just getting started really. And put the pads on today, and just getting on the same page with the offense, and being able to continue to develop our trust and our growth. It's been a good group to work with.
Coming online, Legend Bay. What was your impression of him? Just kind of a little bit of a show he put on occasionally today.
Yeah,
and of course McEwen.
Yeah, I mean we got some talented guys on the opposite side of the ball. Legend did some good things today. He's obviously a dangerous player with the ball in his hands. And Devin made some great plays today, yesterday, the day before. He's been consistent.
Seemed like it was that.
Yeah, I think you definitely encourage it, because it really brings the best out of both sides. You love the chippiness. You love. You don't obviously want it to get excessive, get into fights or get anything like that and waste time. But you love the chippiness because that's what it's going to be like on Saturdays, and we're making each other better.
Who do you hear from the most from the other side of the ball?
I'm close with Peyton Pierce, so I think me and him we can and then also the corners and the safeties like Jermaine will talk to you, Earl will talk to you. Jalen won't talk as much to the quarterback, but Earl and Jermaine and Devin will talk to you. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think if as the quarterback, if you're out there, trash talking the defense, the O-line loves it and they feed into it, and it's a lot of fun.
Is that something you've learned the last couple of years?
Yeah, for sure.
Julian, it seemed like in the red zone period, a couple of those balls were completed, a lot of pace on them. How much better has it improved your velocity? I guess does that come with some of the added weight?
Yeah, I think being able to add some weight and improve strength in the off season, and have a stronger base and have a little bit stronger legs is able to help increase that pace, and there's Coach Day always says there's nobody open in the red zone. It's every window is going to be tight. You got to throw with a ton of pace. We got to make great catches. So it comes from that.
Did you feel pretty good then about a couple of those balls you did fit into those tight windows? It just seemed like what you just said kind of showed up on the field.
Yeah, I think we did some. We didn't execute on all those plays, but I think there were some good plays in that period.
You've been with Isaiah. Are there types of throws you feel like you're able to make this year? Like you're talking about the red zone, but with the extra weight, are there like generally types of throws you feel you're able to get to more this year, or runs?
I think just it's not certain throws, but just throwing in different windows.
That corner throws.
He's done some great things. He's somebody who had a really good offseason, had a really good summer, and is somebody who the offense trusts a lot. The whole building trusts a lot. We have a great running back room. Isaiah, Bo, Jacoby, Legend, all those guys. They're very good players, and it's a great room. So I'm excited about that.
The Ohio State, and what's the hardest part of it?
Yeah, I think I was able to kind of see it my freshman year with Will and see how to kind of deal with that. But our fans are great here. They are super respectful, super supportive, and we appreciate them.
Got time for one more, guys.
Coach Day says you have a different look in your eye. What goes into that? Do you agree with him? Do you feel like you have a different look in your eye this year?
I think it's just the intensity and maybe the seriousness of this season.
Just having 14 starts under your belt, I'm sure that's just massive.
It's super important to have that experience, and it's something that you can't really teach is kind of have the experience of playing in the game.
Thanks, Julian.
Thank you.